Hi, I'm Jeff Martinez. I'm the chef de cuisine here at Fonda San Miguel restaurant in Austin, Texas. And today we're going to be making enchiladas verdes. And that's a green enchilada. The green in the enchiladas is a tomatillo. It's not a green tomato, it's a tomatillo. And our first step in making the enchiladas is going to be to make the tomatillo salsa. And to start that, we're going to get a saucepan here. And we're going to add 12 tomatillos into the saucepan. We're going to cover those with water. And we're going to let those cook in the liquid for about 8 to 10 minutes or until they start to lose their bright green color and they become a little bit softer. But you don't want them to be falling apart. You just want them to soften up a little bit. So the tomatillos are finished. This is what they're going to look like. They've lost a little bit of their color. They've become soft. And I'm going to put those into a blender with a little bit of the water from the tomatillos that I cooked the tomatillos in. Tomatillos. I'm going to add in 4 chopped serranos, the chopped onion, 2 cloves of the chopped garlic, and about 4 or 5 sprigs of cilantro. I'm going to blend this all up. About that, you want a nice smooth puree. And over here I've got my saucepan that's been heating up. I've got some safflower oil. Heat that up in the saute pan. You want it to be nice and hot, almost smoking. And I'm going to go ahead and add my salsa. And that's exactly what you want. You want to hear that sound. You're going to want to be careful because it's going to splatter. Just take a spoon and stir it around so it doesn't stick to the bottom and burn. Make sure you keep the sauce moving. I'm going to turn this sauce down to about medium and I'm going to let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. And the sauce is just about at the consistency that we want it to be at. You also want to check for seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And if your tomatillos are too bitter or a little too sour, you can add some sugar to it also. That's just right. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to keep it warm, let it simmer, and we're going to get started on our filling for the enchiladas. So you want to take about 3 chicken breasts, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and poach them in water for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then let that cool. Pull the chicken breast out, and you're going to want to shred them into little pieces like this. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our hand on our saute pan onto a low heat. We're going to add some oil. I'm using vegetable oil. Swirl that up and let it come to temperature. And we're going to add some diced white onion and some chopped garlic. And we're going to let this saute for just a second and flavor the oil. And then we're going to add in our diced roasted Roma tomatoes. That around a little bit. And then we're going to add in 3 chipotle chiles. Chipotle chiles are a dried jalapeno. These chipotle chiles come from a can. They're soaked in an adobo sauce. I'm going to add those right into the pan with the adobo sauce. That's about 3 chipotle chilies and about 2 tablespoons of the adobo, which is the sauce in the can with the chipotles. Stir that up and let it cook for a minute. We're going to turn it up to medium. And just wait till some of the moisture cooks off. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 2 minutes. It's lost most of the moisture. And to that we're going to add our chicken. So the chicken stock. I'm going to mix this up. And we're going to let that sit and cook for just a minute so the flavors are absorbed into the chicken. Just like so. We're going to add a little bit of salt. And some crushed black pepper. This can also be used as a taco filling, a topping for chalupas, a filling for flautas, just about anything. And there we go. What we have here is our corn tortillas. We're going to take these, and we've got some hot oil here. I'm using vegetable oil. We're going to dip these into the oil. I'm using my fingers. You can use tongs, of course, so you make sure you don't burn yourself. And then I'm going to set them onto a paper towel here and kind of pat them dry to get some of that excess oil off. You just want to get them to be soft and pliable. And we're going to take our tortillas. We're going to line them up on the plate. So, take some of our filling. Don't want them to be too full. Just about like that should be good. Roll it up. These can also be made in large quantities at home, like if you've got guests coming over or something, you can roll these up and put them into a large casserole dish and pour the sauce on top and put them in the oven. It's just as good. There's our 3 enchiladas. We're going to take some of our shredded cheese here. I'm using Muenster today. You can use a white cheddar, a Monterey Jack if you like. Any kind of Mexican melting cheese is fine also. Set some of this on top. I'm just going to pour this sauce right over enchiladas like so. Like that. And we're going to take these and we're going to put these in the oven, a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just to let them get warm inside, let the cheese melt, and let the salsa get hot. Okay, so here's our enchiladas. We are going to finish them with some crema, or sour cream if you like. I'm using a Salvadorian crema today. With a little bit of sprinkling of chopped parsley, some of this Mexican panela cheese on top, and just a couple of sprigs of parsley to garnish it with. And so there you have it, the enchiladas verdes with chicken. And to round out the meal, you can serve them with some refried black beans and some white rice.